Today, from SoFi Stadium in...
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched.
They go play action here on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Kupp beats the D for a first that time. There really was a defense who could stop him the last 2 years. Only an ankle injury slowed him down, ending his 2022 season after 9 games. He was on an all-pro pace, and we expect to see the same again this year.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Going up top for Kupp. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A gain of 37.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll run on first down with Akers. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Calhoun. Man open is Robinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Calhoun. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners are going to get possession. So here are the Rams to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well. Probably
especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
Back to throw again. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Akers again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown. The Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and he just have.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up? Throwing on 1st down. Calhoun going up top for Kupp. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Back to throw. Calhoun. That's complete to Robinson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Rams. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in... Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
To throw again, Calhoun. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Calhoun looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third. On 1st and 10, Calhoun connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Here's Johnson with a reception. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A gain there of 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On the give, this is Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back to throw. Calhoun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because...
L.A. readies for its next possession. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Throwing on first down. Calhoun. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Off the play fake. Calhoun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He's got Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Nice. Well-coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Back to throw. High throw, but the catch is made. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going right back to Akers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here's first down. The give running right is Akers.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to...
So very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had,